Warner Archive just celebrated their 17th anniversary. While they're not as flashy as a lot of the boutique film distributors, they might quietly be my favorite. And that is just because of the amount of great films that Warner has access to. Pre-code, silent era classics, Technicolor musicals, incredible comedies all the way from, Marx Brothers to Bugs and Daffy. The list goes on and on. These releases aren't going to be as impressive as these, box sets from Second Sight or Vinegar Syndrome. These are lean. It's just the movie. There's almost no special features. But these movies are great, the transfers are great, and they come at a good price. Let's run through a few of my favorites. All right, first up, Cats Don't Dance. This is a brisk 90s animated musical that is steeped in old Hollywood nostalgia. The choreography in this is animated beautifully. It has very catchy songs, an incredible soundtrack by Randy Newman because it was the late 90s, so of course. And in a really short runtime, I think like 75 minutes, this movie tackles themes of ambition and power disparity, and the movie actually feels capable enough to handle all of this while also singing and dancing. This was not a movie that I grew up with. I saw commercials for it in a host of other Warner Brothers VHS tapes. So I had heard snippets of the songs, and it was something that was always in my head, but I had not seen it until recently whenever I picked it up, the Warner Archive edition, and I was very surprised by how great it was. All right, next up, and similarly indebted to classic Hollywood, is What's Up, Doc? This is a 1970s Peter Bogdanovich film that is very much a fast-talking screwball comedy of the 30s, a la Bringing Up Baby. It's a love story between, as Peter Bogdanovich pitched it, a daffy girl and a square professor. Ryan O'Neal is really good in this movie, but it is Barbra Streisand who absolutely shines as the charming yet troublesome Judy Maxwell. The basic plot of the movie, these two strangers meet in a hotel lobby, and then what follows is a hilarious, if not circuitous, journey full of gags and antics, pies in the face, and jewel thieves that leads to one of the best last lines in all of film history.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
That is, by the way, a joke at the expense of a movie that Ryan O'Neal had done a couple years earlier, Love Story, where that line is delivered in earnest. Anyway, a really fun, wonderful movie. Highly recommend. Next up, from 1972, which actually the last one was 1972 as well. I guess a good year for film. We have the blaxploitation classic Superfly, which sees Ron O'Neal's young blood priest trying to escape the drug biz. I think even people that have problems with, quote, older movies will have no problem watching this one. It is stylish. It is paced impeccably. It has an incredible soundtrack by Curtis Mayfield. Not only are the songs really great, they help bolster the other tone-setting elements of the movie. And simultaneously, while doing that, they offer a commentary that those other elements don't. I think the songs have a little bit more judgment to make on the subject matter than the rest of the movie does. Ron O'Neal's central performance is great. He's able to portray a character who is really comfortable in the underworld while also very uncomfortable that he's still in it. Superfly. Really, really good. Another recent watch for me and highly recommend. And last but not least, one of my favorite films of all time. This is 1973. 72 to 73, just incredible years for films. We have The Last of Sheila. This is written by Anthony Perkins, who you may know from Psycho, and Stephen Sondheim, which you may know from every great musical. Inspired by elaborate scavenger hunt parties that the two would throw for their showbiz friends, The Last of Sheila sees a very over-the-top cast of characters aboard a yacht playing an elaborate game that reveals that one of them, just a year earlier, murdered a mutual friend and gossip columnist. There are really good performances from Diane Cannon, Raquel Welch, Ian McShane, who else? James Mason, to name a few. It's a movie that I don't want to say a lot about because I do just think you should go in as blind as possible. It feels wholly original. Even in the modern era when we have, big name filmmakers like Edgar Wright and Rian Johnson praising this movie very publicly, it still feels very much like it's under the radar. So definitely recommend checking this out, as well as all of the movies that we've talked about today. I don't think there are still sales going on for the 17th anniversary. There were, I think, in March, But even if the sales are over and you have to pay full price, they're not terribly expensive. It's worth picking something up that you've never seen before and checking it out. And who knows, it might be your new favorite movie. Get a bunch of friends together. Pop it in the old Blu-ray player or the old PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 or Xbox or PlayStation 3 or other Xbox. Everything's a Blu-ray player nowadays. So yeah, pop it in, have some friends over, pop some popcorn. I don't know, make a homemade pizza. Excuse me. I don't know. These are fun movies that deserve to be watched by you and your friends. So have at it and have a good day. And talk soon.